You're watching Good Morning Columbia, live from Main and Gervais.
Well, guys, for several seasons now, the show Shark Tank has been the greatest thing for entrepreneurs in the world, where folks with amazing ideas go in front of some folks who don't think about business and maybe have a big fat wallet or a checkbook, and they invest in great ideas and a small business. And Miss Kim Daisy, you were one of those ideas. You were in 2011 on Shark Tank, and you convinced Barbara to say, hey, here's a few dollars to start Daisy Cakes. Tell me about this.
Yeah, that was back in 2011, right. And our sales originally were around 2,000 cakes a year.
And still a whole bunch of cake.
That was a bunch of cakes, but then after Shark Tank aired, we sold over 2,000 cakes that weekend.
Wow.
And now we're about 20,000 cakes a year is what we do
20,000 cakes
thanks to
a
Shark
year.
Tank, yeah.
So I guess Barbara's investment was well placed in Daisy Cakes.
Yeah, I'm her favorite.
Yeah, of course you are. Of course.
And I make sure all the other entrepreneurs know that.
Hear that,
Don't
Barbara?
forget it.
Hear that? Tell me about the concept. What do you do? What is Daisy Cakes?
They're hand-sifted, made-from-scratch cakes. No preservatives, no artificial stuff in them.
Right.
Just like my grandmother and great-aunt Daisy made.
Right.
And 4 layers, and we ship them nationwide.
4 layers of
And they'll serve
cake.
16 to 20 people on our original cakes.
Right.
And now we started doing smaller cakes. We partnered with Palmetto Distillery over in Anderson.
Okay.
So we're doing little individual jars of moonshine cakes.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, moonshine cakes?
Moonshine cakes. They're still a little frosty.
All right. So you freeze these. So tell me, when these get shipped to your door, they come in dry ice. Is that my understanding?
They do. Yes, and you can take them out and let them thaw and have them for, if you need a cake for a whole cake for an event.
Right.
Or you can take them in and out of your freezer like ice cream, and have a slice or two at a time. Pop it back in the freezer, and then you always have a nice homemade dessert on hand.
I love it. Of course, Shark Tank, by the way, tonight, a special 2020, as well as the episode, they've given away, or they've invested, I guess, $100 million in small business like you, which is ridiculously great.
Isn't that remarkable?
$100 million.
Really, really is a lot of money.
And there's some cool stuff about Shark Tank we're going to get into in a few minutes. I want you to stay with us for a little while. We're going to have you back on next hour. But it's talking about the continued connection with Shark Tank, and I think it's kind of a cool story that the Sharks stay involved in your life.
They really do.
All right, guys, we're going to continue on. We'll put details for you at abccolumbia.com. Daisy Cakes, these things are really cool. Locally owned company, or Greenville, anyway, a Palmetto company, and certainly one of the favorite shows here at ABC Columbia is Shark Tank. It really works, y'all. It really works. If you get some good ideas, talk to her, talk to Barbara. They'll write you a check. Stay with us. We're coming back live and local. So we've gone from chips to kittens to cakes to fitness and back to cakes. I tell you what, at Good Morning Columbia, we know how to segue some interesting good stuff, right?
Yeah, you do. Absolutely.
Miss Kim from Daisy Cakes. Now, if you're a fan of Shark Tank, the show it airs here on ABC, you may have seen this face here with Daisy Cakes back in 2011, and since then, of course, your company has blown up because of it. But tell me about the process. How did you end up on Shark Tank?
Well, a friend called me and told me about the show I should be on with my cakes.
Right.
I never heard of it, never knew who any of these people were that I was going to be pitching to, but I got picked up to be on the show. That was season 2. At the time, about 20,000 people were trying to get on.
Oh, my gosh.
They picked 80 of us to come out and pitch, and 32 of us made it on the air.
Okay.
So I'm really a lucky girl.
Sure.
And then I got a couple follow-ups from season 3 and season 5, and they also air our retreat. We have a retreat every year with Barbara.
Now, ultimately, Barbara, actually, on that first appearance, she wrote you a check for 50 G's.
She did.
Right? Which took your little backwoods, your backyard cake company to the stratosphere.
It did.
The coolest thing, now that you've gone, you went from, you're doing 20,000 cakes a year, is that what you said?
Yep, just shy of 20,000 a year.
Good gracious.
In our little kitchen. It's remarkable. It's like we're like the little Keebler elves in there,
Right.
We just work, and it's like, wow, how do they produce all these cakes out of this little kitchen? But we do.
Sure. And here's the cool thing that, once you're done with the show, a lot of times in show business, once your scene's over, you move on. These guys like Barbara stay in your life.
Yeah, she really does. I mean, she's very instrumental in keeping not only me, but her other entrepreneurs out there in the media, in the print media, in the TV. And then tonight on 2020, that wonderful David Muir is going to be interviewing Barbara, and they're going to speak specifically, I hear, about Daisy Cakes. So you never know how it gets edited, but hopefully, it'll be just another, free, wonderful national
some exposure for this little
company.
This is great. Now, we have about a minute left. Real quick, show me some of these cakes here.
Yep, so we're doing the partnership with Palmetto Moonshine over in Anderson. We got a carrot cake with a liquor moonshine, apple pie moonshine, chocolate moonshine, moonshine cherries, and then we're also doing non-alcohol cakes, which will be a salted caramel, which is just started this week.
Take a peek at this right here, guys. And this is brand new?
Brand new. And this is German chocolate. You'll be the first one to eat these, actually. Nobody's even ordered. Well, they've ordered them, but they can't get them yet.
I need a spoon somewhere.
Yeah.
Here, give me one of those salsa spoons right there. I'll take that. There you go.
Yeah, just lick it off real good for us.
Yeah, right? Good gracious, thank you. Chris Wooten sticking around here as well, the fitness guy to watch me eat cake on television here. So this is like a 3-day process, you were saying?
It is. We bake each layer and freeze them. The next day we put the frosting on, and on the 3rd day we wrap them and put them in the tins, and then they ship out the following week.
Oh my gosh, that is really, really good.
Thank you.
Daisy Cakes, you can follow her on Twitter. I Love Daisy Cakes is a Twitter handle as well. But congratulations on your success. Of course, tonight, ABC 2020 and Shark Tank airs tonight as well.
Absolutely.
And continued success. This is a great story for someone here in the Palmetto State.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. And thank you. You're not getting these cakes back.
No, you can take them.
Bye.